because you have to unmute it. You have to unmute it. I don't think it's wise for me to leave it just free-flowing in the air. I think this is a lot better. Let me actually angle it up. I think I need a longer cable for my mic, which I think I know where one's at. But right now, this one will do. This one will do. I think when you move from one side of the life to another, what you hear in the background is exactly what happens to you. You get stuck in this fight between the new version of you and the old version of you. Because you're uncertain. But if you're envisioning a new version of you, or you're aligning this because you know it's for the better, transition into it. Trust it. That's the best way to put it. Trust it. That's my big advice here as I'm moving forward. Trust it. Even me doing it like this, because this is this is its own thing, and it's interesting, and I'm all for it, and you gotta start somewhere, and everybody's gonna fucking hate you in your mind mentally. There's gonna be people who support you. They'll support you wholeheartedly, but you know, I think there's a part where it's like I focus so much on like the negative. You get consumed, and I've learned, and still I'm learning to implement in practice to not let it be consumed, or let me be consumed by I. But you gotta set the stone someday. If you're paving your own path, you know, cut away at what you can and place your stone brick and keep going. Just cut away, even if it's just one little bit, you know. Even if it's one little bit. Man. Dude, I'm just letting my recorder just dangle. This is not. This is it. You start without knowing, and you adjust, and you correct, and you redirect as you go. And people are gonna go like, no, if that's not the way you're supposed to do it. I'll listen to you if you've made it. I'll listen to you, I'll take your guidance. But if you're not where I want to be, respectfully, let someone else who has shown where to be, give me guidance and guide you too, you know. I appreciate the concerns and this and that. 100%. I'll look into it if it seems reasonable. Give it a glance. You honestly never know. You never know who it could be. Anyone. Not everyone, but anyone. And I say that because it's not everyone's deep down feeling to, hey, blue. He's resting. He's resting. Be undisturbed. Be undisturbed. Show love to others and respectfully set boundaries. Respectfully. Ah, man. But you just gotta do it. When no one's watching and you feel like everybody hates you, you know. There's a post by sorry if I botch your name. I'm so like respectfully. I think it's Jesse Itzler, who is there's a statistic. There was 500,000 podcasts quit after the first episode. They just quit. And he's like, that's great to know. You weed out the competition. The challenges are what make... Whoa, you okay? You okay? You're fine. Jeez Louise, guys. You may say this is like interrupting the moment, but this moment is exactly what it needs to be. And I don't think people understand that too much. And it's like, man, this moment would be so much X, Y, or Z if this or this or this. But you get to live this moment exactly how it is this time, and literally every single atom in the universe will only be like this at this moment. Even the recording of my voice, it might be a static snapshot of the frequencies, embedded in the code that provide the vocals that give my voice, but where you're listening to this, what you're listening through, and where you're at, that's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. After the moment passes, you can't go back to that moment. The car that passed by you won't exactly line up that way again. The probability of that becomes infinitely close to zero. And I say that because you might say, I just get the car to pass by. But what about the stars in the sky and where they are in their process? What about the atoms there? Every moment is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Every single moment. And that's beautiful. like to sit on even in the effed up stuff, you know. Even in those moments where it's like where the worst can be happening in your life. And I'm speaking, there's you don't compare your hardships. Everybody has hardships, and some will say other, I will agree, some are worse than others, but a hardship for someone is still a hardship. And it takes a level of understanding to meet that person at that level, to give them empathy. But I'm getting a little derailed there. Even when you feel like your world's crashing down, that's a once in a lifetime opportunity, because the atoms are perfectly are only to be at that moment, that one time ever. And I think that's something to smile about, even even when stuff feels atrociously bad. It's a once in a lifetime opportunity. I'm alive and breathing, at this moment. And if this is playing eons from my existence, you're living in a lifetime opportunity too. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. Sorry, it's just I don't even need to apologize. It's perfect the way that it is, though. I want to try to leave most of my stuff unaltered. let me use a different word. Unless it has something that's a little too personal. But I think I'll talk about it at some point. Regardless, I feel like social media in this day and age, with everybody around, you post the good, and even when people post about the bad, they still put a sponsorship, and it's whoa. I don't know what's happening when someone's listening. If it's someone, could be a million people can be listening to this tomorrow from when I record this. So can no one. I don't know. I only know this moment right now where it's not like that, and I haven't lived in the moment when it's a million. I haven't lived in the moment yet when it's none. I just have this moment. So what I'm saying right now is to the best of my knowledge of this recording. But we all just are delirious and not saying shit's fucked up, man. Shit is just fucked up, and the people that say it's fucked up, they go, yeah, it's fucked up, man, and they continue forward, and they don't do anything about it, and that's perfectly fine. That's perfectly fine. Because I can say shit's fucked up. But I mean in their life, and I'm not talking about the greater world. There's always gonna be something fucked up happening. That is just the truth. There's always gonna be worse, and there's always gonna be better. You can't get clung up on those two things. You can get clung up on those things. You know what? Get clung up all you want. And After you sit with it for long enough, you're gonna realize, like, oh man, what am I gonna do about it? That's the key point. I. That's the key thing you have to understand. I. But then, and for this case, it'd be you. But, I don't know you as well as you know you. I only know I, and I know myself. To the point that I have sit with myself with self-reflection. And there's things that I don't understand about myself that other people probably have noticed. And I appreciate when people tell me about things that I feel like, I think is just like habitual, and it makes it aware, and this and that, and like I appreciate you. So I'll sit with it with that, but like I'm not gonna get clung up on it too much, because people are gonna just say whatever they want to say, and sometimes it's more a reflection of them than it is of you. So you gotta learn when it's really someone projecting rather than someone actually being legitimate with you and like wanting to work with you to like sit with this thought for a moment, and I'm getting really derailed. You gotta start somewhere. Hell, I can't even remember the main point. Yeah, life's fucked up. And I think it's Matthew McConaughey, it's unfair, it's always going to be unfair. Don't try to make it fair. Make it manageable. For you, make it manageable. And whatever manageable is what you set in your mind, and that's what I'm saying. People will, it just confused me. People will put themselves in such a position that it's just, like, why stick around in there? And then you realize, because they've accepted that's what comfortable is to them. They've just accepted that, and that's okay. But I want to say deep down inside that even though they've accepted it, they still think. Oh, yeah, what's going on here?
I need to find some cards that are...
The audio is going to change because I'm no longer on the mic. Still have, a feeling of being judged. But I'm truly overcoming that slowly. Yeah, I didn't fully panic. I just knew, hey, just put it away. Because your parents, you get a little worried about how they think about you. But I know deep down inside, I think of myself as a parent to a future. No, be the person you wish younger you had around. Or was when your parent was, however they were. Hug yourself. Smile at yourself. And be your own best buddy. At the end of the day, when you go to sleep, no matter who you are next to, what you're doing, whatever it is, it's you who decides when to go to sleep. for the people who say, my insomnia doesn't this and that, you're still trying to go to sleep. It's the act of you. And even when you're up, even when your parents tell you, go to sleep, you lay in bed saying, I don't want to go to sleep. And after enough time you go, okay, I will go to sleep. Remember that you decide a lot in your life. I'm learning that I decide a lot in my life. I love my parents. I love my siblings. I love every single person that I've ever encountered in my life because they have made me me. Truly every single person. Fear, love, emotions, everything. I accept it all. Because at the end of the day, when you sit with yourself long enough, the very, very hard truth is, you're the one that made the choice. And it sounds so fucked up to say it like that. It sounds so fucked up, but if it meant for you to live another day, that's why you decided to do it. And that's empowering. And when the situation changes, when you have the opportunity to change it, and you see it, and you know it, take the chance. Take the chance. Thank you for listening to this. This is episode 2. I think that's what I'm going to title it, because it feels a little empowering to know that I made it to the second day. And those who care will see the delay between the two. And honestly, that's because I was moving stuff, and there was a lot of character development in that move. That is a story. That's a story. I'm not going to get into it more, so let's sit with it for a little bit longer and reflect on it. Because if you expel your mind immediately in that moment, you might say things that are not fully thought out. Silence is powerful. Silence is powerful. Choose when you speak. The tone, everything. I'm still learning all this. I am still learning. We are all. And so I'll say something that will resonate with that person a ton, and will help put a nail in the coffin for people to verify something. On a yellow sticky note on the back of the painting, where I crossed off my Instagram handle and only left my actual name, because this matters. With the colors on the front side being blue, red, and black. If you find this magically and you've gotten to this point, if someone shows you, I truly mean thank you for everything. I truly do. And if this comes across your life way later down the road, truly do not hesitate to reach out, because you know where to find me. You will know where to find me, and you'll know exactly what to say for me to know it's you. We live, we learn, and we grow. And I think to share something now, because I think that's still personal. So I guess this is where this one ends off. I don't know if I'll share that, but not today. Well, see ya, and remember, enjoy your once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Every single one of them. Bye.